Hey, I hope you're having a super fantastic day. In this video, I'm going to show you how I like to center my traditional pocket folding knives. I talked about it in other videos, and today I'll do a little how I do it, how I center some of these. A couple of disclaimers right off the bat. Centering in certain styles of pocket knives is not really applicable or advised. Some of these knives have several blades in them, and once you start to center one, you might affect some rubbing. So kind of use your own discretion on that. Some you can do, some you can see there's lots of space here, and some you can't do. It depends on what type you're looking at. You know, multi-bladed knives can be very difficult, and it's probably not advised. The other disclaimer is my method is not advised on knives like this, where it's all bone from top to bottom. There's no bolsters. You run the risk of cracking or breaking. So I would stay away from this style. This one here is actually in pretty good shape, but all plastic, not a problem. Most of these I've already done. Some of these I'm going to have to put them a little bit out of whack just to show you how I put them back into whack. That's pretty much it. The big disclaimer here is this is my method. Your method could be completely different, and if you're not 100% comfortable doing this, I would not recommend doing it. Let's get on with this.
I can't stand intros.
Okay, so in this video I've chosen the Rough Rider Trapper. I can see that the clip point blade needs to go over to the left, and the spay blade needs to go over to the left as well. All right, so for demonstration of this video, we'll look at it from this point of view. The pivot is going to be at this end. We'll call this the right side. We'll call this the left side. I know it gets very confusing when you start looking at it from different angles and perspectives. But let's just keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. The pivot's down at this end. So both blades have to go to the left. Okay. So what I have on hand is a little metal hammer that I built in shop back in the 70s, and a plastic mallet that I use for making some of the leather work that I like to do. That's what I have. You could use pretty much anything. I would not advise anything heavier than this. If you got a nice small little hammer, very light, I would prefer something like that. The one with the round, the ball peen, I think it's called. That's the kind of one I wish I had, but I don't have. So for one blade, I'll use this, and for the other blade, I'll use this, and I'll show you how I go about doing it. I've already put the disclaimers at the beginning of this video. Make sure that it's got bolsters. I would not recommend it with just bone. Okay, so let's start with the clip blade. And the clip blade's got to go to the left. So if the blade's got to go to the left, you will do your work on the left-hand side. So I usually just open it up halfway and lay it on the right side, because I'm going to do my work on the left-hand side of the blade. And if you don't have one of these, it's very likely you don't have something like that, and you're probably more likely you do have something like that. Just get yourself a little chamois of some kind. Look for that spot right there in front of the ricasso. And do not hit this hard, just gently, very gently. It's going to take a few attempts. Just be patient. And I don't want it bouncing. Like, I don't want it bouncing, so I'm putting pressure so that it stays in this angle here. So I'm actually doing that right now. I'm kind of turning it this way. And you'll know it takes a few attempts. Sometimes putting it straight out is a method as well. Let's try that. And it's something that you just have to be patient with. And you can see it's starting to move. Don't expect it to happen all at once, because I think you run the risk of doing damage. This way it's very little increments. And it's starting to move. And if you're worried about doing any damage, you're not doing any damage. This is how they do it in the shop when they send them out, or that's what they should be doing. A lot of the companies like I won't mention any names. There you go. You see that? Okay, don't expect big results right off the bat. Just go really gentle. I'm not hitting this hard. And you can see I've already gone a little bit too far. Okay, I think I've gone a little bit too far. Clearly, I'll go back the opposite direction this time. Just ever so slightly. There you go. I'd say that clip point is dead center. Okay, so we'll do the same with the spade blade. We want it to go to the left, so we'll work on the left-hand side of the blade. Now you'll see that there's a gap. The distance between the blade and the bolster is greater. So it's going to take less effort. It should, because it'll flex a little bit in this area. So be patient. I'll try it this time with the plastic mallet, just so you can sort of see where I'm roughly hitting it. Right in about that area. Again, be patient. And there you go. I don't know about you, but that's good enough for me. Perfect on both blades. No movement. Same as before. The walk and talk is still good. Nothing's been affected. And there you have it. Don't tread on me. This is how I center a traditional pocket knife. I hope this video was helpful. Have a super fantastic day. Bye for now.